Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name's Jen, and in today's video, I want to talk about some do's and don'ts of thinning seedlings. If you're following the instructions on your seed packet, the chances are you've done something like sow 3 seeds every 6 inches, and after some growth, it's time to take care of those extra seedlings. If you're anything like me, my first season gardening, every time I would thin a seedling, I would accidentally end up destroying the one that I wanted to keep. So let's talk today about how we can avoid that. Let's get into it. The first mistake I want to talk about is one that's really common. It's not thinning at all. You can see right here, this is where my daughter and her friend sowed some carrot seeds, and I have decided to just let them grow. I thinned a little bit, but I mean, they were dumping handfuls of seeds, and so some of them inevitably ended up really close together. The problem with this, especially for root veggies, is that they're going to be competing for space and nutrients. In a couple months, it's going to be time for me and my daughter to harvest these carrots. And at that time, I'll show you just how twisted up these carrots might become because they didn't have room to grow. Hit that subscribe button and you won't miss the video. Now, I think the reason a lot of gardeners have a hard time thinning seedlings is because it feels like you're doing the wrong thing. You're seeing positive things like green growth right at the beginning, and the last thing you want to do is remove it. But keep in mind, the nutrient needs of a really young seedling are far different than one of a mature plant. So by not thinning the seedlings, we're really not doing ourselves any favors. The second common mistake gardeners make about thinning is waiting too long to thin. Let me show you how to tell when it's time to thin your seedlings. This is a turnip seedling. Right here, you'll see the cotyledon. That's the first set of leaves out of the seed. Those are not considered the true leaves. Next, we got these leaves. These were the first set of true leaves. After you see those appear, that's when you can thin. This right here is my second set of true leaves. It's still a pretty good time to thin if you're catching the seedlings between the first and the second set of true leaves. You want to avoid thinning when all you have are the cotyledon. The third mistake people make, and one that I made over and over as a new gardener, was pulling instead of snipping the seedlings. Let's demonstrate with the cauliflower. Now these are still pretty young, but you can see it's got the first set of true leaves. So I'm going to go ahead and thin these out. Now I'm going to show you what happens when you pull instead of snip. Do you see how it looked like I disturbed the roots of this one? That could be really detrimental to a young seedling. Let me demonstrate a better way to do it. This right here is a cluster of 1, 2, 3, 4 seedlings. Let's say we want to keep the big one. These are turnips. I'm going to take my shears and I'm going to snip 3 of them off. So when it comes to thinning seedlings, we as gardeners should try to remember 3 main things. Number 1, not thinning is more detrimental to your yields than thinning. Number 2, try to thin at the right time. Generally speaking, a good time to thin is after you see the first set of true leaves on a seedling. And number 3, thin your seedlings by snipping them, not pulling them. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.